Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Black Adam coming at you again with a video just to raise your spirits and just give you a more positive perspective. When it comes to the idea of attractiveness in the world, I know a lot of people are, heartbroken because they don't feel like they fit that Hollywood beauty aesthetic. Like we in our world, we know there's an average of what most people consider to be beautiful, right? Or I would just say what Hollywood, I burp in every one of these, I'm sorry, y'all. But what Hollywood considers to be attractive, it would be maybe like the symmetrical face, the high cheekbones, the etched jawline, the slim but still soft jawline in a woman, the almond-shaped eyes, the thick eyelashes, the perfect thick eyebrows. I'm not saying that this is what everyone considers attractive, but in our society, most people tend to look at these things like they are the pinnacle of beauty. But the thing about it is, and my grandma used to tell me this all the time, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I remember when I was a kid, I forget what me and my grandma was, but we were going somewhere and I saw a woman and I said, ooh, when you a kid, I'm like, ooh, she ugly. And my grandma was like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And she was a little irritated with me, but at least I think I remember her. Maybe she wasn't, maybe she was, but she told me beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And as a kid, I was like, yeah, whatever. Because when you're a kid, you don't know better. But I didn't realize until I got older that it really truly is, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And when I say that, what I mean is that you don't know the specific aesthetic or subjective appreciation that other people have when it comes to beauty. You know the image that society puts on the TV screen, which is those things that I listed. The slim thick body type is what's in now, right? Small waist, a nice, I will say nice hips, wider hips, thicker thighs, butt, booty, whatever. And guys, it's the muscles, the chiseledness, and whatever. That's the Hollywood aesthetic, and we know that is celebrated. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder means that some people really, truly like different things. So you don't really necessarily know what everybody in society likes. There are people that don't necessarily need super full lips. There are people that like noses that tend to look oversized to most people. Like if you might be able to say, oh, well, that person has a big nose. It doesn't matter. Some people like big noses. Beyonce literally has a lyric in one of her songs that say she like her Negro nose nostrils or something like that. If you go listen to the song, I can't remember the exact lyrics, but she likes what would be considered on average a larger nose. So with that being said, understand, when you look at your features, you are comparing yourself to an ideal that society crafted and programmed. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, it tends to be what's most celebrated, but that does not mean there are not people that don't like what you have to offer. There are people that like wider body types. There are, for ladies, I know not every woman, but most women think that all men just want the little slim thick body types and, slim thick girls. But some men really do like bigger, thicker women. And I'm not even talking about a woman that maintains that same proportion or shape with a small waist, with a big butt and thighs. I mean a man that really likes a big belly on a woman or a wider waist. It exists. I know it's not what people are prepared to believe because you've mostly only seen the slimmer ones celebrated, but the truth is what is true. There are OnlyFans accounts where big women make plenty of money because men are willing to pay to see it. I'm not saying go make an OnlyFans account. I'm just letting you know that, there are men that appreciate that aesthetic so much. Like some people would say the word fetishize is wrong, or people try to pretend that fetishizing big women or fetishizing this or fetishizing, that's stupid. If somebody's attracted to something, they're not fetishizing it. It's literally the fact that they're attracted to it, and it opens up a lane for other people to feel appreciated. Some people will say, well, don't fetishize me and just be attracted to me just because I'm big. Well, that's kind of how attraction works. People like what they like. If you know I was born with liking my favorite color being orange, that's my favorite color. You know, I can't just change my favorite color. You know what I'm saying? It's something about it that appeals to something deep and innate inside of me. When it comes to fellas, you know, every woman does not care about having a skinny, slim, athletic guy or a super muscular guy. It just, for some women, it just does not appeal. Some women really like, I would say doughy, you know, just I would say thicker or you know, fatter or plus size. I know people don't like the word fat, but it is what it is. I've been overweight several times in my life. I don't care no more. You know what I'm saying? I've been overweight and I've been in amazing shape. So I played both sides. But with that being said, there are literally some women that really do appreciate I would say a doughier body type in a man because it feels comfortable to them. For some women, all that muscle and that skinniness of that body is just too hard. It's not comfortable. They don't want to cuddle with something that feels like they laying on a pile of weights or a pile of bricks. You know, I can imagine. You know, for some guys, they may not want to be with a super skinny girl because it feels like laying on a pile of bricks. Now, for my skinny people out there, I don't want you getting offended at that because that's not how everybody feels. Some people really, y'all gotta understand, people. We all have different levels of senses. There's two different people can cuddle with the same skinny person. It will be uncomfortable with one person, and then when the next person cuddles with that skinny person, it will be perfectly comfortable because we all have different physical senses, the way our bodies react with each other, you know. So with that being said, y'all, please understand that even if you cannot see the beauty that's in yourself, and I know it sounds like some cliche Disney movie, you know, fairy tale bullshit, you know, I know it sounds like that, but the truth is you are beautiful exactly like you are, even if you don't fit the traditional mold of what Hollywood considers beautiful. You're gonna have people that look at you and say things, you know, you're gonna have people look at a person that's not traditionally attractive, and then that person may say, well, I feel beautiful how I am. Then people gonna say, oh, well, yeah, you ain't beautiful. Beautiful, we know what beautiful is. No, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. We know what the average and you know, maybe it's not even the average, but it is the most celebrated. I cannot lie to you. That aesthetic is the most celebrated. And I know that kind of hurts because you want to feel included and we want to stand in spaces where, you know, maybe we want to be recognized in certain places, but it's okay. You don't have to win everything. The biggest thing that I've learned in my life is to just truly be grateful for the blessings that I do have. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have not revealed myself on this page yet, but if you were to see me, I am probably considered the traditional handsome archetype for a man when it comes to it. I won't lie. I'm not trying to be arrogant, so when I do finally show my face on this page, you know, I want people to be like, well, he talked all that and he's handsome, so he shouldn't speak on anything. No, I can speak on it because I've seen people that were not considered the traditional Hollywood attractiveness be praised for their beauty, and even make money off the fact that, you know, their unique form of beauty or rare form of beauty is just not appreciated by society. Now I'm rambling, y'all, but I really want to drive that point home. I really, really want to drive that point home because I feel like we need to be moving in a direction in society where everybody can feel appreciated and whole within themselves, to know that they are beautiful, they are appreciated. There is someone out there that finds you attractive, whether you see it or not. If your eyes are too far apart, somebody like eyes that are too far apart. If your nose is too thin, or your nostrils are too thin, or is funnily shaped, somebody is attracted to it. If you had a weird accident and got burned, and your skin doesn't look the way, you know, it normally looks anymore, there are people who still see beauty in it. I promise you, man. It's not weird. It's just the way that God created us. God created different people and different variations of people so that everybody could eventually get to a point where they do feel appreciated. And if it's something you can transform, like getting in shape, and you know you can move to a space where you want to get into, then put that work in. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that you can't change, you know, you got to learn how to love yourself, because, you know, you won't be able to find peace. Things could get better. You can make more money. You could, you know, find a spouse that really does love you and appreciate you, but you're so bad and so mean and so cruel to yourself about how you look or what you don't have, you won't even be able to enjoy the blessings that you do have, whether that be a romantic partner or having that cash, you know, being protected and safe and secure where you at. So with that being said, just take that guidance and, you know, just meditate on that. Just meditate on that. If you are a spiritual person, I pray to you to ask God to help you see your own beauty. If you don't see it, I know that sounds crazy, like, well, if I don't see how I see myself being beautiful, how can I? God can change your mind frame and how you function. It's the best way I can compare it is to, you know, like, if you were ever a kid, you had a favorite food that you used to like eating when you were a kid, and it tasted amazing when you were a kid. Now it doesn't taste so good anymore. You know, God can do the same thing with our other senses. You know, God can transform your appreciation for things so that when you look at yourself, instead of, you know, having negative emotions, you start to look for the positive things that you can see inside yourself. Maybe if you don't necessarily like your whole face, you'll look at your lips and say, well, I really do like my lips, instead of always hyper focusing on the negatives. Maybe you'll look at your nose and say, well, I don't like nothing else, but I like my nose. And then you start there, then eventually, you know, you just work yourself over, and God transforms you to where you just look at yourself one day and you have a deeper appreciation for the things that you have. You know, well, peace out, y'all. Like I said, meditate on that.